So it's 2021. There are more people on the internet than ever since its inception. Sorry, I can't pronounce my C's. I'm wearing braces. So probably a dilemma going through the minds of young adults and teenagers all around the world now is, I got a pretty useful, pretty beefy PC or laptop. Probably you have something and you want to try to be a streamer, but you're a tryhard. Yeah, I know you're a tryhard. Look at how many scenes you have on your OBS. You don't even have a second monitor. I will help you to not justify the price of a StreamDeck by making one on your own for free, using any extra keyboard or numpad that you have available to you. Video. So firstly, you need to download HID macros. This is a software that helps your computer differentiate between any connected devices that you have. Meaning you can tell the difference between keyboard 1, which is your main keyboard, or keyboard 2, the keyboard that you are, or the numpad that you're using, for in this case as your StreamDeck. Secondly, you need to download this. It's Noobs Commander. This is a software that will help you run the transition effect changes all on OBS, and it's made by Nutty, who is a really good streamer and YouTuber. I watch him all the time. Links in description, hopefully, if I remember. So after you download both of these, for HID macros, you just need to extract it to wherever, and it'll just work. Noobs Commander actually help you guys. So download the zip, uninstall, extract to its own folder, anywhere, it'll work anywhere. But on your first install, you want to run as administrator, because it needs to install OBS command in order for it to all work. If you don't, it might not work. Moving along, you guys also need to download OBS WebSocket. This will help remote control for OBS Studio. Noobs Commander runs on it. So after you install it, it's better for you guys, unless you know what you're doing, it's better to just take the Windows installer if you're on Windows. The zip file is just a bit too hard. This will directly install into your OBS directory, and the next time you start OBS, it'll be unlocked. So now on OBS, you just go to Tools, WebSocket, Saver Settings. This will be here. You can put a password if you want, and you can also run Noobs Commander, and it'll say connected here. If a HID WebSocket is working, it will say connected, and this is where you can start making your commands. So what's step 2, you might ask? Keyboard. Yeah, autofocus finally working. This one is a fairly old keyboard. Any keyboard work as long as it functions properly. You could even use a numpad like here, separated of course. Preferably have a separated keyboard, because if you don't, you will screw up the initial functions of your keyboard. So let's say I'm like spacebar is record. I can never use a spacebar button ever again, other than using for record on OBS. So keep this in mind. So have a second keyboard ready, preferably an old one. I'm helping you not justify any amount of money other than with the things you already own. So yes. So open Noobs Commander. Ta-na-na-na. Here you have Noobs Commander. So in my case, I like to stream. Like to think that I'm a streamer. Of course I'm not. So I have this section here called Stream, where I have my game, my lobby, VRB, face cam, and second cam, and all that stuff. Okay, so here I have my games. I like to keep it all separated of the games that I usually play. Here, they're empty for now, but here I have an Edge browser to display things I want. Sprite and CSGO. Okay, so Editor Kasyeef here. In order for me to get the buttons to be like that, like you can see the icon there. If I click one button, the rest will switch off. In native OBS, you can't do that. You need another plugin called I'll put in a link in the description if I remember to. Yeah, so basically it makes the on-off eyes turn into radio buttons. A radio button is when you switch on something, everything else switch off. So yeah, I'll put a link to that in the description. This thing I'll get into the technical terms in editing mode. Editor Kashi was Saturday. So I want a specific button on a specific button on this here keyboard. 1 second. On this here keyboard. It's not working. You know what? I'll just reuse footage. So I want a specific example on this here keyboard I have to launch CSGO. So what I'll do is open Noobs Commander. So I go to the scene I want, which is in games, and I toggle the source called CSGO. I'll explain how to get this all connected later. So now I press export. It will turn into a VBS file. So now I'll select something else. Let's say game capture 3. Give me a moment here. And now I will select the bat file. Okay. You don't need this bat file. You can delete it. What you want is this CSGO. So now you will see here, fam. Game capture 3. The moment I double click this, boom. CSGO is selected. Let me show you again. Game capture, double click, CSGO. I need to find a way to silence this. Okay. Now how do I get this file to work with this here keyboard, the secondary keyboard, your numpad or whatever? That's where HID macros come into play. This is a pretty neat software which can tell the difference between keyboards. So I'm gonna press the spacebar on my keyboard here, and it'll say keyboard 532 event. But if I press spacebar on the second keyboard, keyboard 1. So now let's make a macro. So you select new macro. Wait, I just need to double confirm whether this thing is working. Okay, yes. Now I go to new macro. Name CSGO. CSGO. Yes. And in here you can select run application and go select the file. So I will go into my you should not be able to see this. I have to edit this out later. Nope. God damn it, I don't even remember where I hit that. Commands. Yeah. Now I'll select the CSGO.VBS and press open. Okay. And I press the trigger, and the trigger is number 1 on this keyboard. Okay. Now I press compile all, save configuration, and let's move to this second OBS and come to games. Hopefully this works. Now I'm on game capture 3, and if I press 1 on my keyboard, CSGO just turned. Let's go. Again. Game capture, I press 1, CSGO is switched on. Wait, I'll give a better example. Shit, now I have to open CSGO. Okay, I'm back here. So here, I have a dock to show me what's selected. So on games, I will select game capture 3. I'm on the second cam. You guys can see it now. So I will press 1 on here keyboard, and on my right side, tada, CSGO. So scuffed. Let me show you guys here. So it's empty here. Mind you, it's empty on the right side. I press 1 on the keyboard, CSGO appears. So now I'll edit this video, put in the necessary stuff, the links and all. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I made you a better try-hard YouTuber, streamer, YouTuber, whatever you want to do. And secondly, since you're using a disposable, hopefully a disposable keyboard and numpad, what you can do is, let me show you right here. Okay, it's not working. So what you can do is plug out this You know, I'll do it right now live. Or am I not gonna mess something up? Give me a second. So what you can do here is get a piece of sandpaper to remove the decals. Or if you are happen to know what material you're working with on your keyboard, you can just use acetone or any rubbing alcohol to get rid of the decals. Then you can print like this CSGO logo on a piece of sticker paper where you can get from any office supply store, and you know, paste it on top. So there you go, DIY StreamDeck. Probably not the best thing because you need to physically change, but you know, for basically the price of free, you get what you need to be a streamer. Let me just put it back in. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.